Hello, my name's Fox Manso. Again, I'm Fox. Hold on. Whoa. I'm 2 years late to this. I'm sorry. I was working on drawings and stuff, and then I started watching Nostalgia Critic's whole compilation of all of his nostalgia, all of his Matrix videos, and then he got to the fourth movie, and I'm like, I haven't seen the fourth movie yet, and I want to actually kind of watch it beforehand, and because I also kind of remembered I don't think people liked this movie. I don't know why. Maybe I'll look into it afterward. But also, I was either gonna be those glasses or these ones. But I don't know why people didn't like this one. Because not gonna lie, I'm like, all right, let me, I was watching all the other ones, okay, I remember the Matrix movie, but I never seen the last one. Let me see it real fast. I didn't hear anything good things about it, but also I know Keanu Reeves is a badass, and I'm like, let's see how it goes. And first off, watching the Star Trek one time, I will say yes, the acting in those are a little flat, and Keanu Reeves is a bit wooden in those movies. But that being said, I need to change the battery before this dies. Back. But that being said, I don't think I would say I grew up with the Matrix movie. I saw them later. But I saw them and I liked them. They were fun. I will say they probably had some hit on impact with some storytelling stuff that I like. And this I actually kind of really liked it because again I heard people didn't like this movie. I don't entirely know why, but I'd say maybe it's because certain characters don't return how they originally were and all that stuff. But honestly, watching this, it kind of fixes some things I didn't like about the other movies, or at least didn't make sense. But I'll get into it in a second. I want to see how the trailer first looked before anything else. So let's just begin in 3, 2. Katie's wearing blue glasses because of blue pill.
Hi.
Have we met?
A little bit. Alice in Wonderland. Because that was the whole thing in the first one, right? Wasn't the first one there's a whole thing about Alice in Wonderland too? Because there's a lot of those in this too. Also, those birds always circling the same exact way. That's a cool thing. And then this is actually Morpheus. I'm surprised. Kind of is. Director Lana Wachowski. She also has a carrot on her shirt.
The thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me, no?
This Christmas. Okay.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
The Matrix Resurrections. 12. Hey, look at that. I get it. But, yeah, so this movie came out, and I don't know if people liked it or not. Actually, let me see. What do the comments say about this? If you watch The Matrix backwards, it's about a guy who quits drugs and found a job, said someone. Every now and again, I come back to this trailer to imagine what could have been, regardless. Whoever put the trailer together knocked it out of the... why are people mad about this movie? No matter what I think about this movie, this trailer is one of the best building the hype. Final seconds matching with the music, some crazy visuals. We only made to provide footage for this trailer. Neo has a clean face. This is John Wick playing as Neo. Keanu looks 25 now. He looks like he's 30. That's great. I like that one. They did a damn good job making this movie look good. Props. I don't know why people don't like it. I legit don't. Because it is pretty fun. The only weird, see, here's the thing. My only, leaps of logic in this movie, for me at least, were, because the whole idea is that Neo is in the Matrix again, and there's multiple people who have seen him who are, that, they see them, and, it, wakes them up, in a sense. Which is interesting. It's the idea that, I guess just being around Neo will wake people up to the Matrix themselves. And then you have character, and, Neo himself, the whole thing is that Neo in this world is now, in this new Matrix, is a game developer who made the game trilogy of The Matrix. And he apparently has issues or mental issues, stuff like that. And he tried to kill himself at one point, but it turns out he wasn't trying to kill himself. He was trying to fly because he remembers slightly bit stuff that he remembered. And while doing that, while he was making a coding, I guess using the Matrix, his subconscious, while he was coding, created a digital Morpheus here, which this Morpheus then is teams up. Eventually gets broken free by I don't know her name. Sadly, that's the one thing. The Blue Rabbit, her breaks him out, and using the idea is that the program that they had Morpheus in was to evolve a program from being just a regular program to a sentient program. They break out. They then try to break out Neo, who has to pretty much kind of wake up again. Eventually, when he does wake up, he sees that Trinity is not that far away, tries to go for it, but gets released. Turns out that actually, let me see, because there is a second trailer. I don't know if this is good or bad. But they try to break him out, and pretty much it's like a reboot, but not really, because it very much is a continuation of it, and it still is Neo's and Trinity's story. Because pretty much then the whole thing is they go to the new home of humans, Aya, and there he meets, I thought it was Morpheus' old girlfriend. I think it is. I can't remember exactly, but there, and turns out one thing that I kind of had an issue with, at least with the third Matrix movie, it was when the little girl program and her parents got on the train to leave the Matrix, that I was like, and maybe someone else can explain it to me, or maybe I just didn't understand it. Where were they going? Were they going to another Matrix? Because this now realizes that there are other Matrices other than the original 90s one. There is new Matrixes. This one now is a new one, constructed by a new... Spoilers for this movie, but it's constructed by a new architect or whatever, which is this guy. I think it was architect. This guy. Count Olaf. And pretty much... it's to contain Neo, because apparently, I guess, Neo and Trinity, spoilers again, when they're close to each other, they generate more energy than, I guess, many of the other humans that are in the pods or whatever. they go, and pretty much the whole thing is that they're trying to, Neo and his friends are trying to break Trinity out. And also, like, there's a whole thing with Iowa, too, like, in the human world, like, again, like, this isn't the original Morpheus. This is, like, a recreated construct of him. And, like, but he's a straight-up program. And like I was saying before, like, I had no idea where the hell the programs went in 3. And this, actually, they give them kind of like robotic bodies. Whether it be, like, you know, like these full hulking bodies, or like Morpheus does, like, it's like these little orbs that kind of metal magnets that mesh together, allow them to move around in the physical world. Which I kind of want to see if, Matrix Revolutions. Nope, that's not what I meant. I meant to do Resurrections. Yeah, Resurrections trailer. I actually kind of want to see, like, in Major Resurrection, Agent Smith remembers. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Because like a lot of characters come back. Like one, I like the whole thing, like the different bots. Like now, like humanity and certain bots that have escaped the Matrix are working together. I'm like, that's cool. That honestly is pretty cool. Though they do say, like, you know, like, oh, like if they kind of make it seem like if they were wrong about the bots, I'm like, they did kind of enslave you guys. There really wasn't any kind of small, you know, divot point there, but still, like. But pretty much this is when they meet Morpheus for the first time.
Oh, most definitely.
Also, I love, honestly, like, comparing Keanu Reeves acting from the original Matrix to this. Like, it's kind of really great.
This can't be happening. Oh, most definitely.
I love that, because, like, he still keeps, like, a monotoned voice, but also, like, I get what the hell's going on?
It definitely is.
You can't be a character I coded.
100% natural.
Is pretty much, and the thing is, like I said, like, this is pretty much Morpheus resurrected. But then you also have characters like, let's see, right here, his like boss / I guess friend. After like this whole thing happens where they're being attacked.
Oh my god.
He sees a gun. You see something kind of starts switching in his head. The crazy eyes, Jesus.
Mr.
I love the acting of it. And the thing is, yeah, here, I'm not gonna lie. Watching this and like the different characters, like this is Morpheus, this is, you know, Smith and all this stuff. Watching it, I do kind of go like, okay, I 100% can see this being like almost like a fan film in a sense, where like obviously they can't get the actual actors. So they get, like, oh, why do they look like this? It's this reason, whatever. I don't really care on that point, too. Because it is still pretty fun. That's the thing. This movie is fun. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, this is the most viewed part. Master. And but here's the thing, too, that I love. Because if there's, like, again, it's the reason why I kind of like the Madam Web movies. Is that, like, especially if I could see the ideas that they were going with. And here's the thing, too. But that's the thing, too. This is done way better than Madam Web movies. Madam Web movie. But, by God, like, the idea that the characters are resurrected in pretty much, like, different bodies. I like that shit. That's kind of cool. I always loved that idea. And just like this, too, because something like this.
Mr. Anderson!
Because they do a lot of those clips, like, back and forth. Like, oh, Morpheus, stuff like that. But, like that idea, like, right there, like, you see Smith is in there. And, like, just that idea that even if they look different to each other, even if it's been years or different, that's still, their connection is still there. It's the whole, like, Doctor Who kind of shit. where it's like, if there's the master and the doctor, no matter which bodies they're in, you're gonna tell like, oh shit, that's him. Oh shit, like, you can see that blood feud still there going on. I love that shit. And like, this has that feel to it.
Mr. Anderson!
No, it can't be.
Also, the cat's name is Deja Vu, because, you know, Deja Vu with the cats. God, what is it? This movie feels like a high-budget parody of The Matrix. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I can't even imagine how epic this movie would have been if they didn't make it at all. What? I can't believe how awesome this movie could have been if they did almost everything differently. No other actors can say Mr. Anderson better than Hugo even. Yeah, like, he does sound different. But even then, I like, because even this version does it differently, because after that, Smith pretty much just calls him Thomas, which I find really funny, because watching the Nostalgia Critic's review of the movies, he just keeps calling him Thomas. And then I'm like, hey, he kind of called that one. I can't believe that Keanu agreed to take part in this movie after he read the script. I feel like I'm not missing anything by now. Why? Man, I don't know why people are effing on this. Scoring F on a test after scoring straight A's in the last 3 Okay, no, you're not. Like, I like the Matrix movies. Don't get me wrong. You're not calling all of them straight A's. Like, no. Seeing the Morpheus scene had a huge MTV movie awards parody vibes. Like how Morpheus said, "It's the resurrection time." What? This feels like a fan film. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of does, but also it feels good. At least for me, it does. Into the script by Resurrection. I've missed you. Let me see. Does he say that? Oh, yeah, because I love that scene. Because, I love the idea of the resurrections, characters being resurrected and, like, still recognizing each other. Like, this part.
I've missed you.
I love that shit. That's cool. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see this again. Hold on. I'm sorry.
No, it can't be.
I've missed you.
Like that, I missed you. I love that shit. This movie, I ain't gonna lie. I legit think if you like the other ones, because this one I think did it better. Like, that's the weird shit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'll watch The Force Awakens, and I will go like, yeah, this did Star Wars better than like the prequels did. The whole sequel trilogy, I think, did Star Wars better than the prequels did. And it feels like a continuation, all that stuff. I love the sequels for those. But this, I feel, has that similar vein. Like, yeah, it's different. Yeah, they have the character with blue hair, whatever. But I honestly think it's a pretty badass thing. The idea that, you know, there's a new Morpheus in the sense of that this is a program, almost like an homage to the original Morpheus. Which, like, he makes appearances throughout, at least, like flashbacks, or, like, there's a statue of him. I like that they took away the leather, honestly. I liked seeing, like, you know, Keanu's acting, especially in the beginning, is really good, too. Especially when, like, he's wondering, like, what is real, what's not. And at one point where he's just about to jump off a building, I'm just like, my God, man, I think you're gonna die. Again, the biggest iffy thing is, like everyone going, like, they're like, a big thing is like that Keanu wants to get Trinity back, but the question is like, yeah, he's gonna put like everyone in danger to get Trinity back, but there is some cool things too, like the programs, like the robots go to war with each other at one point because of like farms not producing enough energy, the human farms. So like it's a weird like and then like there's a civil war thing and all this. There's a lot of interesting ideas in here, and honestly, I really liked this movie. Like, I don't know. The action was fun. the seeing like Keanu's abilities combined with better graphics, I'd say, is pretty great. You can definitely tell like something like we're not gonna re-CGI shit ton of Smiths everywhere, so like, you know, now there's horde mode where they just control the humans and like make them control the programs and make them all attack. And so like at one point they just had people jumping out of buildings to crash down to try to kill them. And I'm like, oh my god, like I'm like, I don't know. I thought this was great. Keanu Reeves is awesome. And like the ending is also pretty cool too, because like at the very end we find out that Trinity gets some powers, which I was like, oh, hell yeah. The ending is really cool, seeing them both flying together. I'm like, I like this. I don't know. This movie's great. Hold on, I gotta see one more thing. Why do people not like this movie? 63%. It's alright. I think that's a D. Enables. No. Continue without disabling. I want to see, what are the comments on this? The movie is a direct conversation with itself, what came before, and Wilder wrote. Also, like, yeah, I forgot to mention, there's a... Oh, wait, hold on. I want to read some of these real quick. Suicide itself doesn't exhibit any actual interest in humanity. None of the head-spinning revelations of the first. Here's the thing, The Matrix really is a standalone film. Personal vision, extremely large, still regular graphics, splendor. Okay. Enjoy thinking that the film is more as a form of media criticism than I enjoy watching as a movie. Okay. Matrix Resurrection can be merited as an attempt to honor its predecessors, even if it becomes distracted by trying to please its parent studio. Lana Wachowski delivers a surprisingly meta, self-aware movie about the original trilogy, packed with fascinating ideas about absolutely terrible execution. I don't understand. Okay, no. I figured. I don't know. All I'm saying is this movie I honestly think is really fun, and it has some really cool ideas too. Like even at one point, the main bad guy, which is pretty much this guy. Like, there's a point, because, like, there's a whole thing where, like, they're gonna say, like, we're gonna make a new one, and there's a whole thing that they say, like, you know, what is the first Matrix is about? Is it about trans identities? About this? Is it about that? Which, you know, the whole thing that, like, you know, things written down, the Matrix, stuff like that. At one point, one guy says, no, it's all about the bullet time. And it's kind of cool, because at one point, yeah, you do see Neo do the bullet time thing where he dodges the bullet, but the bad guy actually makes a reverse bullet time, where he makes everything else slow down around him. Where it's, instead of it being, you know, like Neo moving so fast, everything slows around. It seems more along the lines that he slows everything around him. It kind of looks like, I think. Which I'm like, that's kind of cool and a weird twist. I'm like, alright. And the part where, like, he threatens Trinity too, I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And also, like, this movie has a lot more color than just, like, darks, greens, and stuff. The pills look weird because they look like they're made of metal, but... And also, like, I will say, too, like, I don't entirely know... I guess, like, they just make portals to get out. Again, I do have some questions. Like, I guess they just make portals to get out at this point because they don't need the compute, like, the phone thing, because obviously now we all have cell phones. I don't know. It is weird. Like, even the comments I was just watching, or reading, like, I don't really understand all the hate, because honestly I think it's pretty fun. It's cool seeing these two together. It's cool seeing Neo using his powers way more, where it's like, it's not just like the first Matrix movie where Neo obviously doesn't have powers until the very end, and it's not like the other Matrix movies where Neo is just God throughout all of it. There's a nice middle ground right here where he's slowly relearning his powers, and he's like, you know, catching bullets or causing like force push and stuff like that. But he doesn't know how to fly until like the very, very end. I don't know. This movie's great. I enjoyed it, and like this whole line is pretty smart too, because like the idea that going back to the Matrix because they're gonna make the new part 4 of the game. Also, this movie is also tied in with the Venom movie, because the scenes where you have the helicopters flying around chasing Neo, stuff like that. That's the same scenes where you see in the Venom movie where you see Eddie Brock looking at it, it's like, yeah, the cops are looking for you. You see the helicopter flying out, that they're actually filming this movie there. They're filming it at the same time. It's like, it's freaking cool. But yeah. This is great. I liked it. I love the idea of like characters resurrecting pretty much in different bodies. And yeah, I don't know. I thought this was pretty fun. And like even like again, I love seeing like Keanu's acting from like then to now.
Your idea.
It was a test. An experiment.
An experiment? You put me in a tiny ass motor, left me to bang my head till I nearly lost my shit searching for you as an experiment.
The exit's breaking down.
He hasn't taken the pill.
What? There's no time.
I know, he's having a moment.
Does he know how hard it was to hack that mirror?
Still open.
This can't be real.
Yeah, this movie's I don't know. This movie's great. And honestly, I feel like this actor needed a little bit more. It's because they go, but he does the crazy eyes. I love it.
Mr. Anderson!
He gets the crazy eyes down. But yeah, thanks for watching video videos. Hope you enjoy this. I honestly recommend watching this movie. It's pretty great. I don't really understand all the hate. Also, just a quick little edit I want to put in here before the episode ends. The blue-haired girl's name is Bugs, and she's also, you know, the quote-unquote white rabbit that leads Neo down the rabbit hole. So, you know, Bugs Bunny. And also, she tells the doctor, "What's up, Doc?" at one point, apparently. So I was just like, oh, okay. I feel like Lana Wachowski was really, really trying to stick it to WB a little bit here. But thanks for watching, and we will see you later.
I have missed you.